Hi there, this is Rob Marks, also known as I'm a Scammer. Welcome to scamCon 2018, behind the scenes. On each segment, I do not have it loop because I want it to stop when it's supposed to. I've had times when it actually loops and I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to play again. So whenever you want transitions like what I have and make it look smooth and everything, make sure you reset your playback when source becomes active, because if you don't, your video will carry on where it left off even though you switch scenes. You also want to use hardware decoding when available. Set the code to auto, do not use full, because it's going to use a lot of power unless your computer could really handle it. Another thing you'll see is this blue news ticker, and that is actually a display capture. I've noticed a lot of people have so much things on their desktop, all these softwares and programs. Most of my things are done right through OBS. For instance, the chat is just done through the browser source. The Wireshark, that's Wireshark, so that's that. But my chat, and especially this bingo thing, not the bingo, but the actual scammer advertisements. I do not run nothing off of my main browser and do window captures because that uses so much resources on the lappy-toppy. So what I do is I make all my fake advertisements run right off of this OBS, if I could find it. There we go, VM. So anytime I want to launch the actual adverts, I have it all right here, and it's just a page source that it refreshes every time I hide it and reveal. For example, this. I have two of them. One of them is the YouTuber. Yes, I think this is a YouTuber. And I have the frame per second at 10 frames per second because it doesn't use a lot of animations, so it's more of a static image. This is an actual pop-up that is live. It's not just a JPEG or nothing. This is literally coming right from youtube.com. I could actually hide that anytime I want without having to compromise my Google Chrome or the Internet Explorer. There you go. And as you can see, my scam pop-ups is running right there in a nice little window. That's so I could actually find Microsoft support pop-ups without having to damage my PC. So anytime I hide it, it is actually not doing shit. Okay, same thing with this one. This is YouTuber, not YouTube. This is YouTuber. Okay, because most of these are static images. But you see right here, I could get whatever pop-up I want on there. I cannot choose what pop-up to load. It loads as if you are actually typing YouTube. So it's running in internal browser. That's one thing I like about OBS Studio. If you want to have multiple monitors on your VM, all you have to do is go to your screen resolution. This is only if you have multi-monitors set up already within your virtual machine. And I'll show you how to do that in just a bit. Doesn't matter how many monitors I have. If I had the second monitor, it would actually show up right there in the right side, right here where the pop-ups are. I have the scrolling text on the top. That's called a news ticker. I use this program right here called feed roller. It's an open source program. It doesn't cost nothing. If you want to force certain windows on top, because you'll notice, you see how right now, no matter if I click on the virtual box moves up to the front. But anyways, if you want to force a window on top of another window, use this program right here. I use this always on top. And the way this works, so let's say I want to force the virtual machine to stay on top. Hit the control key and the space bar at the same time on the keyboard. If you want to see what my desktop really looks like, it looks like this as a mess. Okay, and I have my Wireshark right here. I got my Scammer Bingo. Let's see if I can force it to stay up front. There you go. So that's what that program that always on top does. So I could still click about, use the other program if I have to, without having this window disappear. Because that's actually a very useful tool to have, especially when you have like 20 windows open at the same time. Now, to enable multiple displays on your virtual machine like this, and yes, it is at such a high resolution. I do that on purpose for the scammers. But you have to make sure your guest editions is installed, and you have to make sure you have enough CPU that your computer could handle multi-monitors. Because if it cannot handle multi-monitors, it's going to lag, it's going to be slow. The storage, one thing, this is how you make a hard drive that is 2,000 gigabytes, even though you guys know how to use the disk management tools. You know, it's not hard at all. My computer is 450 gigabytes. This is not virtual memory. That is my legitimate hard drive on my real computer, not the fake computer. But on the fake computer, I set it to 2 terabytes, which is not really hard to do. The display, there you go. Monitor count, you could have as many as you want. Okay, I have 4 just so I could piss some scammers off. 4, I'm going to set it to 2. If you want remote display, knock yourself out. That's so you could control, I guess, the device through some other device. This computer only has 4 gigs, so I want to make sure that I'm using at least no more than half of what is actually being used, or else my computer will be super slow. And use a 32-bit, not a 64-bit, because this computer is 64-bit, but if you use a 64-bit OS on your VM, it's going to go so slow. It's about efficiency. You do want the computer to be slow on purpose for the scammers, but you don't want it so slow that you get mad and that you can't handle it yourself. Because we know scammers do not like slow computers, and part of this is to actually piss scammers off. So this is pretty much what my computer looks like behind the scenes. Any extra software I have that I have to run outside of the OBS studio, it will use up a lot of resources, especially the browsers. So I avoid using my internet browser at all cost. And here's another great app you guys should use. It's called Resize Enable. What this does is it lets you force resize an app. This bingo board, you could crop it out with the OBS, but what I do, just to make things easy, use Resize Enable, but on the OBS Studio, you won't see the actual flip-flop like you see here. It will look all nice and neat and wonderful. There you go. So this is what a clean OBS Studio looks like. It's not really difficult. It just takes practice, and once you know how to master OBS, you could really do quite a lot of powerful things and make your presentations look extraordinary. So guys, I will see you on the next stream. I want to say thank you for watching this behind the scenes, footage, I guess you want to call it, or clip. So yeah, you guys be safe. Goodbye.